Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily. Now, more than ever, our data is at risk. Our supply chains are in jeopardy. Our systems are broken, and businesses feel powerless. Dragonchain gives you a different way, a safer way, a better way, and you have power over your data. Dragonchain gives you proof in an untrusted world. Build now at Dragonchain.com, America's blockchain.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky episode 6E. It's the 111th episode, and this week on Number Go Up, because this is the 111st episode, the number Go Up is brought to you by the Middle Earth Lair on Den.Social. Go check that out. And this week, the number of smart contract platforms with the launch of the Alonzo hard fork, Cardano has smart contracts. I've not looked into any of the results yet, if anything's running, if it's all going smooth or anything else, but we wish them luck and know that at least, there's another platform out there that you can get utility from if you are also using Dragonchain. So you can do anything. Let's see here. A reminder, and we probably should be saying this more often, the contents of the show is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial, accounting, or legal advice. Do your own research. All right. Next up on Dragonchain updates. There is a new blog. It just went out minutes ago on blockchain-based enterprise resource planning. This is generally about how you can or should leverage blockchain technology, in particular Dragonchain, how you can leverage it for or in integration with an ERP system. That traditional ERP systems allow access to a ton of data needlessly. At least typically, it's very, very, very much an issue that everything is shared in the entire company. And it can create undue risk for employees, the business, and customers. So in this blog, we kind of spell out ways that you can offer proof of relevant events across departments and across business partners while keeping the data segregated to mitigate the chance of data breaches and exposures. So please share the blog. It's always good to get this out there. A lot of these materials that we put up on the blog are very helpful, very useful in the sales side. That this is the way that we've gotten our best leads and our best customers by posting these, because we get people who find us aside from all the hype and other ridiculous stuff that goes on in the crypto world on Twitter and on the internet generally, that this is a very helpful thing, that it's all about fundamentals and real tech, and it tends to attract the right type of an audience for our sales team. Next, we are hiring. So we are looking for a full stack developer and a DevOps engineer. And we have hired, we've actually hired one person already very quickly, and we are needing to fill out a couple of other positions for some contracts that have already kicked off and some that are coming. So if you are interested, if you're a full stack dev, if you're a DevOps engineer, or even anything similarly, do send your resume to jobs@dragonchain.com. So anyway, hopefully we can get, because we do prefer someone from the community. They tend to have more passion, and they understand kind of the general nature of what we're doing already, obviously. So it's usually a good fit. So, if you have questions as well, I would err on the side of of asking us questions and, even sending the resume, and maybe there's something that we could do together, even if you aren't perfectly in one of those two roles. Okay. Now we're going to do Den.Social updates. Top priorities this week and recent period is the lore behavior reward system. It is live now. It is rewarding people daily, and it is a very interesting model that you don't have to spend Ethereum fees to come in and stake your various coins. That in fact, if you are already holding dragons and you already have or are building time, you can continue to build time, and all you need to do is to get an account on Den.Social and claim your wallet that hopefully is a well-secured hardware wallet in a safe or a very, very safe place, but that you can keep your dragons there and you can claim your wallet, and you will be gaining lore every day inside a den. And by the way, the commit period, which we'll probably cover in a little bit, but the commit period is starting today as well. I believe that's right. And the lore that you've already farmed is usable in by buying a lot in some of these communities that are popping up. So that's going on. Again, we we just made an edit also to the distribution supply link because we realized that we had not put in the numbers for the period, the full distribution supply for this period. And there is a discussion in there because we started it in the last quarter generally of the year. We started at September 1. So we took, it's the last third of the year actually, but we realized that we had almost 900 million lore that were allocated for this year. And starting it so late in the year, especially at the very beginning, we didn't want to throw out 900 million all at once. We wanted to make sure the system was running smoothly. We wanted to make sure that everyone understood it and had time to get a chance in. There is not a plan, I would say, but at least the intention that once we know everything's running, once we add the liquidity pools or turn on the liquidity pools as well, that we will probably add a large portion of the balance, that 595 million in the last month or two of this year, and anything left over, we're going to either throw into next year or extend the period, because I think we have 4 years after this that have allocations in lore to be farmed. So it'll at least go for another 4 years, but probably longer. And the supply will cut down every year. So go and look at that. And people are getting in their metrics and their payout reports every day how many tokens they're getting from each pool and so on. So it's, I'm very happy with it. It's a very efficient, very clean system. And if you listen to World Blockchain Roundtable, Dave from Den has explained it before, that in a really, really good way, that it's really interesting because you can come into Den with nothing. You don't have to pay your way in. You have a small allocation of energy with which you can make posts and content, and you can get rewards. And once you start building up matter, you now have more energy inside of the system to do things, including vote, participate in evaluation rewards, things like that. But the great thing is all of the matter that you hold inside or outside of Den is a pretty major part of the lore farming rewards. So as you build these things, you can basically become an actual owner without spending any money at all. So really, really nice, very cool system, and scarcity is key. So sorry, that was a long update. Next up, the mobile app. It is live in the Google Play Store. There is a description, there's a link in the description for the download. And the Apple App Store is coming soon. We're waiting for various things. I think mostly right now we're just on the technical side. We're not on the approval side of waiting, but that's coming. It's already built. People have been using it in the beta already, so it's pretty solid. And September 2021 LCP commitment phase starts today, like we described before. The two top layers, top in lore count and top in unique voters, will both be created. It could be the same layer as has happened in the past, and the contest, this voting period will end in 1 week, and probably a week or so after that, the layers will be created. So go and participate. If you're on the system at all, if you have any matter at all, then you have at least some lore in the system, and we'd like your input. I haven't even had a chance to look at what the top proposals are. So there we go. Let's see here. Next up, we go to World Blockchain Roundtable update. This week is episode 17, which has a general topic of smart contracts. So go please leave a topic or question on that weekly post in the World Blockchain Roundtable layer. And even more importantly, help us curate the questions by voting up the best questions, and that'll help us decide what to get to. Smart contracts should be a really good topic for the whole the panel of hosts. So that I'm sure there'll be a lot of really good content in that show. So and come and watch it, obviously. And share last week's. That's how the hosts get paid in lot for the layer. So make sure you go and share the episode 16 that's still out there. Let's see here. Now, this is a new segment. We have been doing the AMA once a month, where I go for the entire hour and answer as many questions as I can. We are still going to do that, we think, every month, where we'll go full unlimited. But what we decided to do was add an AMA every week, where I just do the top 3 questions. So make sure you go in and ask questions and vote them up and down as appropriate every week. But that's this segment right now. So first question, Cryptish. We saw TV ads on Fox Sports 1. Are we going to see this more and more globally? I think so. There are things that we've done in partnership with Rainmaker. That's what that was, because Rainmaker, which by the way is all built on Dragonchain. Rainmaker has, gosh, how do I say? They put together a really interesting setup, or were hired to do so for a charity that had to do with coming back out of COVID, the Field Day, or International Field Day, I think. And so they had that special on Fox Sports. There were prior releases as well, where it included some Dragonchain elements, but Rainmaker was behind all of this, and they had that special on there, and so we got our ad running. It is also in rotation on a few other networks as well, both the Digital Fortress ad that you saw at the beginning of the show, the Moon ad that you will see at the end of the show, and I think the Den ad as well. I'm pretty sure that has run on, I don't know if you call it broadcast or cable anymore, but it's been run on major network TV as well. So yes, I guess so. Yes. Jegs, what developments are happening in the next 12 months? What is the main focus for the team? And would you consider doing another roadmap? Okay, let's see here. So next 12 months, I mean, we already are working on 2 contract. One is a continuing contract that we held off some work for a while, and we're coming back onto it to do some more work for them. And another contract just kicked off last week for work on a system, pretty exciting system that combines a couple of other systems. And those two things are why we're hiring. And we have a couple more proposals out that are pretty major. Well, one of them is very major that we've been told is going to happen, and we just have to wait for all of the legal stuff, all the T's crossed, I's dotted things that need to happen. And so we have a lot coming up just there in the next 12 months. Some of those as well, if and when some of the bigger contracts come in, we will also be turning on a couple of other core features and Dragon token specific things that we've been waiting on. That there's no need to do them until those things kick off, and everything will be there to make it happen. About a roadmap, we've talked in our on the team about putting together an historical roadmap. We haven't had time to do it because things keep popping up, but the intent would be that you just have this forever roadmap that it would, say, okay, here's what we're working on, here's what we know in the future, and here's what we did, and that would include potentially even content related roadmap items, like, the literal publishing of various white papers or other things, right? I mean, there might be some creative things we could do in there, but we just haven't had time lately to do that. So, and I think the third question, K-Taps, what is your marketing strategy for Dragon this quarter? Other than B2B marketing, will you be hiring any influencers to get Dragon Dragon knowledge to the masses? This strategy has worked for all the top coins and brought them exposure and clients. Okay, so on the first part, marketing strategy for Dragon this quarter, I mean, it's fundamentals based. So you'll be seeing more, there'll either be blogs or articles on Hacker Noon or articles posted in Den about either things that we're working on or things that effectively are marketing material for a project that we're already talking to and that will attract other similar projects or companies needing similar capabilities so that we reuse content. That's one thing we do. So that's a huge, it's been a very effective tool. And we won't be hiring any influencers. What I would say separate would be that effectively Den, although it is very, very, very early, should fulfill some of that role that people producing content. We will hopefully get even community members. It's a way to reward people naturally and organically in Den in a very objective way based upon engagement and the content itself. It's an effective way to share stuff. It's a real system. It works, and it's gaining users every day. So, and we just launched mobile. So once the Apple Store mobile kicks in as well, we'll get more users. That's generally the strategy because we don't have to worry about any regulatory issues, or we don't have a lot of the other bit is shilling stuff isn't very effective long term. And when you talk about has worked for all the top coins, I mean, Satoshi never did that, right? In fact, I think you could look at what Bitcoin did versus other top coins. And I would have to say, Bitcoin, yes, it was earlier, but the fact that it is generic, it has even lost some of its original stated utility of peer-to-peer cash, for example, but it's still the number one token in market cap because it is effectively the software getting people to build value, which in this case, the value is hash power network power. And it's an interesting thing because that's far better than having some boxer from the 90s shill a coin on Instagram, in my opinion, right? So I don't know who you would mention. I don't know of any that I've seen that of at least semi-respectable coins or projects that have done that. So I don't know. I would kind of disagree, but we're always open to ideas. If there's a legitimate way, theoretically, if there were a celebrity that would make sense, fitting in with the Americana aspect or something else. I mean, we've talked about. We in fact have had even in 2017, we were going to hire a celebrity, but it was we were going to basically make a donation to his charity, and it never happened. It was a crazy story that just never happened, but it would have been very, very focused on fundamentals. We wouldn't have just said, we wouldn't have just had, Paris Hilton pushing Dragonchain, right? That wouldn't work, right? So anyway, it might work, but it wouldn't work long term. So anyway, that's it. 3 questions. You all get 1 lot each in the Dragonchain lair, which is useful and good. So I don't know how long we might have to tell you. I'm not sure how long it takes to convert that. I know we're not doing it every day. We'll probably do it once a month or something like that, if I remember right. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining. Make sure that you like, comment, share, especially share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. See you on Thursday.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. We choose to go to the moon.